Right, so we're at the start of Naxxramas. This is the Naxxramas Pug group that we joined out of Trade Chat, and we're starting at Razuvious, and I'm going to do something kind of cool. I'm going to tank Razuvious on hard mode level 2, and he's not going to hit me at all. And then we're going to go back to DPSing for the rest of the fight. All this gear I have has a huge amount of dodge chance and avoidance and defense and stuff like that. And the items we're after Toxin Injector, Might of the Scourge Shoulder Enchant, and I have to focus up on this. I'll do the rest of the intro to this raid in a moment. We need to lock in and not screw this up.
3, 2, 1.
The time for practice is over. Show me what you've learned.
Is that angle good for the casters or no? Yeah, there we go. That's probably better for the casters. Evil As is out-threading me. Uh-oh. Dropped my thing. Okay. The one problem with this is that you don't have your Just a Flesh Wound tank rune, so your threat gen is a little low. You have to rely on, like, Spirit of the Alpha, or if you're Alliance, rely on, you know, everyone else having Salvation, combined with the tanking seal within Naxxramas to give you sufficient threat generation. But literally 0 damage taken the entire fight. Don't have to worry about priests being able to figure out mind control. Don't have to worry about any of that. You just roll up and it's GG. Super easy. Love it. This is the second time I did that in a Naxxramas group, and I kind of love it. It seems way more consistent than hoping that the priest knows how to mind control. Let's see, cancel that alpha, go back to my damage dealer seal. We're good. We can go to Consecrated Sharpening Stone on the Dagger of Veiled Shadows. Right, so that was just a quick setup for the Razuvious fight. We're going to be damage dealing, playing Mutilate the rest of this fight. This character is full bis for Mutilate right now. There's nothing I need to make it better right now, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna look for some items that are gonna help us out next phase. I'm gonna go for Gressel, Dawn of Ruin, the sword off of Kel'Thuzad. That's actually not for damage dealing, that's for a tanking setup. But then I'm going for Toxin Injector, the gun, off of Grobbulus, and I'm going for Might of the Scourge Shoulder Enchant from Sapphiron. You know, in the next phase, presumably, I'll get a new shoulder armor. And I would like to have the Might of the Scourge shoulder enchant ready to go for it, instead of having to run back into Naxxramas in the next phase when there's probably going to be a lot more competition on shoulder enchants, because there's going to be a lot more people just coming in here for a shoulder enchant. So, we can pick it up right away. That'd be great. I was gonna go for the legging token also. That's the one piece of the tier 3 DPS set that I don't have yet on this character. I kind of want to be full 9 of 9 DPS set on all my characters, because I don't know what order I'm gonna get items in for the next phase. And I would like to have the flexibility of moving around items to do whichever set bonuses I want to do as I gear up in the Scarlet Enclave. Need to update your ring runes. Oh, yeah, those are not the ring runes we want. Good call. Ring of Emperor wait, this is the wrong ring too. This needs to be this. Okay, yeah, that's important. The ring runes were wrong, and one of the rings itself was wrong. Then everything else looks good. Yeah, already got Slayer's Crest. This is the only character I have Slayer's Crest on. My other two guys, no Slayer's Crest. Really want to get that on most of the characters. That's a pretty good item too. I was lucky. I was able to get King's Fall on all 3 of my characters already. To be ready to go to get the Queen's Fall in the next phase, that 2-piece set bonus. It's looking like both Mutilate and Backstab will want to use a King's Fall plus Queen's Fall setup with how the current version of the PTR is, but, you know, that's subject to change. Could be different. Mr. Bungled says, we've been doing that since week 1 Nax. It's the way. Having a rogue tanking Razuvious. Hell yeah. It's possible to do on the higher difficulty levels, but you need a much more optimized set of gear to be able to still be avoidance capped on Razuvious. Let's see, 1, 3, 5 are live side, 2, 4, 6 are dead side, so I'm over here. Let me see. Yeah, we're good. So, right. For the items, our 3 picks, like I said, were Toxin Injector, it was Gressel, Dawn of Ruin, and Might of the Scourge. This is a raid called a Soft Reserve raid, where you pick 3 items at the start, and if any of those items drop, you only roll against other people who picked the same item. Instead of having, like, everyone roll on every item they possibly can, it's like, you get a bit of priority on the stuff that's the most important to you. And we are unopposed on the Might of the Scourge and the Toxin Injector. No one else picked those, so if they drop, we get them automatically. But for the Gressel from Kel'Thuzad, there's one other person that picked it also, so it'll be a 50-50 roll. Or we could potentially get 2 Gressels, and then we would just both get one. And that would be great. We're on hard mode, level 2. This is, I mean, it was just a pug group we joined out of, like, looking for group chat, not the most, like, hyper-organized, you know, Giga Gamer type of group. So we're just trying to do hard mode level 2, have a chill time, easy clear. Raid leader says pull. Okay, well, let me, can I shadow step him? I don't think I can shadow step him. Nope. Must have a gun equipped. Problem solved. That soul string bow looks super cool. Alright, Gothik. Kind of, not a super interesting boss. We're gonna sit here. That tanking... Oh, someone says that tanking was sick. TY. They liked the Razuvious. Phase 1 is AFK. Yeah, we basically... Like, the only things we do is, like, when a Death Knight spawns, we kidney shot it. And when a Rider spawns, we kick the Shadow Bolt Volley spell. No, it was an in-game whisper. I didn't make it up, and it's not a paid chatter, you guys. Some people genuinely think that what I do is, like, cool and exciting. Oh, that guy was immobilized over there? Is this Feral Druid gaming? Using his Feral Charge as like a crowd control? Immobilizing the mobs far away from everyone else? That's kind of pog. Stun. Mob doesn't do anything. Centropolis says, I lurk because I used to follow your Wrath of the Lich King guides. Top parser now, thank you. Well, you're very welcome. Pick that. Ooh. Gustav. Doing way faster kicks than me. This music, the music is StarCraft soundtrack. Bro, this thing just died before it even tried to cast a spell. Yeah, hard mode 2 is actually sleeper mode. But the thing is, for most of the items we care about, like, you don't actually get additional drops. Let me see. Let me double check this, actually. Yeah, so if you go up, this is difficulty 0, difficulty 1, difficulty 2. So as long as you're at 2, 3, or 4, you get 3 off pieces from Kel'Thuzad. So, like, the same chance to get Gressel on 2, 3, or 4. Same chance, let's see, 2 off pieces, yep. Same chance for Toxin Injector. All of that. Alright. Now it's Gothik time. How much damage can we crank? He gone! He went away! Lame. I think the gate's gonna open. There we go. What do we got? Boots of Displacement, Splinter of Atiesh, Polar Helmet, Double Sabatons, 30 Remnants of Valor. Alright, we're doing good. This music's a little lame. I'm gonna switch it to Timeless Classic.
Not before we've had our fun.
Enough prattling. Let them come. We shall grind their bones to dust.
I do hope they stay alive long enough for me to introduce myself.
Run away as fast as they can. I ain't heard about enough of your squealing. Shut your fly trap, you want to shut it for you.
Conserve your anger. Harness.
Gressel over Clobber Club for soloing. Probably just because it's a fatter weapon. That's my assumption. Should have Blade Flurried at the start of this pull rather than like halfway through it. I'm pretty stoked on the next phase coming out because I think, you know, Blizzard did a good job with Karazhan Crypts. You know, Karazhan Crypts was like new content. It was a dungeon, but it was like totally new. It was not a rework of old content. And so, like, because they did good with that new content, I have high hopes that they will do good with the Scarlet Enclave raid, and that it'll be super fun. Can enter and exit stealth right as I'm going up to a trash pull like that, because it'll activate my boot rune, Master of Subtlety. giving me 10% bonus damage for 6 seconds. And if I enter and exit really quickly, it's not costing me any, like, movement time getting to the target, right? Because if you go in stealth a lot, you get slowed down. But a quick enter and exit isn't really going to slow you down much and just give you that buff. Super nice. That thing got exploded. Good. Okay. 4 horsemen. Raid. Full totems, please. Restopia, James the Great. Narf totems. Still in back. They're still there. He says, I already moved them. Yeah, no, you didn't. I think totems don't get projected if you do the projection when you're too far away from the totem or out of line of sight of the totem. So maybe he thought he projected him, but didn't realize he was, like, too far away or whatever. Alright, let's do some protection potion. Let's do shadow protection. Put the shadow protection potion on the action bar. Do a little grilled squid. And IJB says, I told you not to worry about the early simulators and all would be fixed. Yeah, I wasn't worried. There's a lot of people just bawling their eyes out. And it's like, man, it was really funny to me. I mean, it's funny every phase. How like people get so worked up over like the initial draft of like the next phase that you see on the test realm, and they're like, oh my god, it's over, I'm quitting, blah 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 blah, Blizzard is stupid, how can they not balance their game? And it's like, bro, you saw the first draft, settle down, because like every other phase is okay except for phase 2 was not very good for rogues, but everyone except for that has been like totally playable and fine. So it's like this cycle repeats of like, you know, changes are posted, initial changes are posted, people freak out, say they're quitting, say the game's trash, say it's garbage, whatever, and then like it gets patched, it gets changed, it gets modified, everything ends up being okay, and then when it happens the next phase, people are dooming again. This is like they have no memory of how the cycle went last time. GL Horde died. He didn't know what the altar did. So someone spawned the like blood altar. You get 3 people to click it, and then it randomly kills one of them. It's a little toy you can use. That guy was unhappy. He didn't know. I thought we were gonna cleave at the start. Oh well. Pulled him out of the bubble. Alright, shield wall's up, so I don't want to press more cooldowns. I can get better value out of them. Like when I go over to Mograine. So we'll finish him off. Then we'll walk over to Mograine and then Shadow Step.
Waste this is.
The sprint is better used when we go to Blamu, because it's a longer distance. There we go. Yeah, most of that Slayer's Crest ended up going into this shield wall anyways. Oh well, whatever. Not an issue. Sprint time. Now we can use a Shadow Protection Potion to safely live the, like, 4th mark against Blamu. Vanish for a little Master of Subtlety. Blade Flurry is coming up soon. Let's do it. Blood Fury also. Venomous Totem also. Did some low combo point in Venoms there that I shouldn't have because I was just mashing some buttons pretty quickly. Ooh, Void Zone. Move out of that. We're on 3rd mark. Extra mark is coming soon. Just put my potion up. There's the 4th mark. Okay. Should I leave? Yeah, I think I should leave. Just make sure I don't get clipped by Mark 5. Okay. There we go. Now it's Zeliek. And we just let the casters finish it off. We don't want to risk a holy laser chain thingy. So Zeliek has an ability similar to Cthulhu's Eye Beam, where like it bounces and it bounces and it bounces and it bounces, and every time it bounces, it doubles in damage. How is this not openable? What? You have to, like, be on this side of it? You have to be on that. Oh, wait, is it a time delay that it activates, or what? Oh, combat? Like the message was... Oh, I was just stuck in combat. Okay, that makes sense too, I guess. This is the worst. When they put Tarnished Undermine Reels in treasure chests in Temple of Ahn'Qiraj, Ruins of Ahn'Qiraj, and this treasure chest here also, like, has Remnants of Valor... When only one person can loot it at a time. Oh, it's such a disaster. I hate it so much. Can we not have that? Let everyone loot it at once. Plague Wing next. So this has belt tokens off of Noth and Heigan, leg tokens off of Loatheb. We already have Loatheb's ring, the Band of Unnatural Forces. And unless we get triple legging drop, we're not rolling on those leggings. Because there's 2 reserves on the leggings. So shot that we get that is basically a 0. Let me double check that. Desecrated leggings. Looking on the other monitor. Yeah, there are 2 reserves on the leg token. Mages and druids, decurse, please. Well, maybe that will happen. Let's go troll mode. Am I ready? Yeah, I'm so ready. Ooh, wait. My hour-long buffs have like 3 minutes left on them. Let's hit them right now, so don't forget them later. And the Fortitude buff. Do I have the Mark of the Dawn stamina buff? Or did I forget to pick that up? Yeah, looks like I forgot to pick it up. Oh well. Not important. Oh shit, he's got troll form too. Look at that. We both have back problems. Bilios Boa with a hat change request? Okay.
4, 3, 2.
I get that done real quick.
Your life is forfeit. Rise, my soldiers! Rise and fight once more!
Alright. We burned the Blade Flurry early instead of using it to pad damage on the Plagued Warriors. Just to tunnel as much boss damage as we could. Holy moly, this guy's dying fast. It's over. Number one, without even intentionally padding Blade Flurry. I did do some Crimson Tempests that, like, I wouldn't have done otherwise, but, you know, whatever. Easy number one. Is thanks to the troll form, I think, probably.
5, 4.
Now, here's the trick for Heigan. We need to have limited invulnerability potion on the action bar. If you count it out and you go about 6 seconds into the fight and you hit a limited invulnerability potion, you'll have it active when he first tries to teleport a few random people. And if you already press limited invulnerability potion, and you are randomly selected for the teleport, you'll be immune to the teleport. So you press this lip, you will not, at the right time, you will not get teleported. Right. But also, you know, he may not randomly select you anyways, and then your lip usage was kind of useless, but, some guilds I play with will have everyone lip at the start. LIP, limited invulnerability potion. By the way, people ask me that. What is a lip? It's this potion. Yeah, some people just have everyone do a lip, so no one gets teleported at all. Yeah, getting teleported sucks, dude. You pop all your cooldowns, you're cranking, and then you just get shoved into the other room with the teleport. Super lame. Tank can't do a lip, rest can. I'm pretty sure the tank can, like, lip and then immediately taunt. And then keep the boss on them that way. Pull in 5 seconds.
3, 2.
Lip. Couple people got teleported. You can tell because they're really far away. Don't have Vanish. Burned the Vanish for extra damage on the other boss, and its cooldown's not up. Venomous Totem activated. Don't have Thistletea either. Used Thistletea on Noth also. Cooldown's not up yet. So we're going a little low on energy here. We're not able to spam as much as I'm used to as Mutilate. Pretty good. Did I loot my remnants? Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, our loot is Grobbulus, Sapphiron, and Kel'Thuzad. So most of the stuff that's dropping in the early areas, not that important. I guess I could have gone for Shrouded Dominion. That's another Sapphiron item. I hadn't considered reserving that when I was thinking about which items I should pick. Poor Simon can't top damage meter even more. Yeah, I mean, I'm only 1.4k ahead of the next highest person. You know, it's not my best performance. But Mutilate is very, very good on Loatheb. So we should do good. If we can get a spore buff, should be pretty good. Group 2, then 3. Big pog damage. Then 4, then 5, then 1. I am in group 2. Okay. So we're on first spore. What that means. We'll wait with our cooldowns until we have the spore buff. I'll sprint to the spore, and then I'll shadow step back to the boss. Extinction, thank you very much for the tier 1. Thank you for 7 months of support. I really appreciate that. I hope you're having a wonderful time. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Having a great day. Thank you. This is another boss where Rogue Tank can be really good because you can just not get hit by the boss, and you know, tank healing on this boss is like kind of sketchy. You can only deal magical damage to a Rogue Tank that has a crap load of avoidance.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, here we go. Looking for a first spore. Gave the tank just a hot second before hitting it. Spore is probably going to spawn far and back because the boss is pulled to the front. There we go. Got it. Good. Alright, we will not get a second spore. Because the fight's going to be over by then. It's not worth it, even if we lose, like, some buff up time. It's not worth the time off of attacking the boss. Alright, as soon as our energy dips low enough that we can't press the next global ability, we'll use a Thistle Tea. Not there yet. There we go. There's the Thistle Tea usage. Now our energy's low again. Unlucky. It couldn't last forever, I guess. Pretty good. What do we got? Oh, it's all auto-looted. It gets looted so fast when the raid leader has, like, the auto-loot add-on or whatever. Eye of Nerub Polearm. Bonus weapon damage. Feral combat skill. Brimstone staff. Leg plates. Leg guards. Leg guards. Not a single rogue token legging. So, in hindsight, we were so correct to not run the legging reserve. How about it? Is Old and Bold a fire mage? Let's find out. Frostfire, Balefire, and Ignite. Yeah, that seems like a fire mage. Alright, going through to Abomination Wing. This one's an exciting one for us because we want to get the Toxin Injector off of Grobbulus. That's a good item. It has a reduced chance to be dodged or parried, and it goes in the range slot. It's a gun. So it's really nice, like, if you need one more, you know, reduced chance to be dodged or parried, people call that expertise. If you need one more expertise to hit your 6% cap, like, it's an easy swap to make. And then you can, like, swap back to your other thing, like Soul String or Dark Rider's Spine, pretty easily when you, like, get other upgrades. Alright, across we go. Time for Patchwerk. Big DPS fight. So I like to sprint and evasion to get into the boss. Evasion keeps me safe. And then I can DPS for a little bit. And then right before evasion fades, I want to hit a Vanish. But currently my Vanish has a minute and 15 seconds on cooldown. I wonder if it's going to be available before we pull the boss. Probably. Probably we're not going to pull the boss that soon. He's all the way over there anyways. Is Carnage better than Cut to the Chase? In this phase, they're pretty similar. So if you want a simpler rotation, it's like totally fine to run Cut to the Chase. But with the proposed changes on the public test realm, they're almost doubling the power of Carnage. And at that point, it'll be like, okay, pretty much you gotta run Carnage. Here, right now, at the current balance level on the live servers, it's like, yeah, you could do either, and it's fine. Not looking to be the way in Phase 8. Buff duration's all looking good. 20 minutes on Songflowers. I can drop a little bit of stamina buffs. It's generally better to have low health as a damage dealer on this boss because you're, you know, part of his Hateful Strike mechanic targets based on current health. If you have high current health, you're higher up on the list of getting hit by that. Oh shit. No, he's gone. We can't save it. Unlucky. Okay, well, we'll definitely have Vanish available. We're rolling out some loot. I don't think they'd really set up the tanks and healers and stuff yet anyways. I think the biggest thing with Patchwerk is I tend to hesitate on the start too much. Evasion should keep me safe. I should be able to run in, you know, pretty safely at the start without worry, but I usually hesitate anyways. You know, I could honestly even lip on the start to just get a really early start on the boss. Lip into evasion. Like if I lip Shadow Step, I could lip Shadow Step Mutilate, like right on pull, and he literally can't hit me during the lip. Cloak of the Scourge. Do not need this. This is like a pretty mid cloak, I would say. I think maybe I should have gone for Shrouded Dominion instead of the Gressel. Shrouded Dominion is like a legitimate damage increase item for me. Going into the next phase. Whereas Gressel was just like a off-spec, like, tanking thing. We could get really lucky. We could just get Shrouded Dominion anyways. Dominion. There's one other person who reserved it. Okay, so it's not gonna roll out unless two of them drop. Oh well, whatever. Looks like it's about to be Patchwerk time. Tanks ready? I sure hope so. Hey. Why? No. I gave 83. You rolled off spec. That's... The other guy rolled main spec. Is MR... Oh, did he incorrectly roll off spec? Like he meant to roll main spec and didn't, I guess. Please, can we pull the boss?
Patchwerk want to play.
Evasion's almost up. Burned a lot of energy at the start there. Venomous Totem active. There we go. Desecrated shoulder pads, ghoulskin tunic, Spalders, Band of Reanimation, decent ring. We don't need it, but decent. Oh, yeah, okay, that makes total sense. Yeah, okay, that guy's dead also, and that guy's dead, and... Oh, that guy's dead too. Yep, that guy's dead. How are they... What is going on? Okay, I get that some people die sometimes, but this seemed like a lot of people dying. Like a lot of people just died to that. Bro, he died again! Pretty sure that guy died twice to the slimes. I love how the rezzers are rezzing them in the middle of the slimes so that they have to try again and they have to get it right. Alright, now the next boss drops loot we want. So let's do a prediction on will the loot drop. Oh, whoopsies, hang on, I did the wrong prediction. 1 second. Delete and return points. Okay, prediction. Will Toxin Injector drop? Yes or no? Okay, that's what we want. The Toxin Injector gun from this guy. Should we Bro, that would be the saddest re-world buff of all time, dude. If you lost like 8 players to Frogger and then had to re-world buff. Oh my god. I feel like if you die to Frogger and lose your world buffs, like, you're on your own. No one should pop world buffs for you. If you want to pop your own world buffs, but holy shit, if someone asked me to pop world buffs because too many people died to Frogger, I'd be like, no. I would tell it, fuck no. They want to pop their own buffs? Okay, sure, whatever. I ain't popping buff for people that died of Frogger. That's your own fault. Yugi Furry says, remember me with my wife in 2010? She die all the time here, and I res at the good spot after this Frogger section. Okay, okay. Being nice with that, I see. Not making her do it again. Alright, here it is, Grobbulus. Should we save the Blade Flurry to pad damage on the ads? I feel like I'm in the mood for padding damage on the ads this time. So we'll go like Venomous Totem right on Rip. And then Blade Flurry Slayer's Crest when some Fallout Slime spawns. Put the Blood Fury over there too. That'll be good. Doing slimes. So once he's done doing slimes, he starts moving. Right? Right? There he goes. Do you hardcore raid tomorrow, OnlyFang? Unfortunately, no. I won't be able to make it to the OnlyFangs like Blackwing Lair finale. I had some plans to visit family on April 5th, tomorrow, Saturday, that I was not able to change. So, family comes first. Sucks to miss out on the OnlyFangs finale thing, but it is what it is. No, I got the injection. Is anyone gonna cleanse? Okay, there we go. Lost a lot of damage time to that. But luckily, here's our damage padding opportunity. Where we're gonna gain a lot of damage. Whoa, boss is spinning? Don't want that. Got the injection, still top the meter. Now, is the injector dropping? Close the prediction. Remnants of Valor. Looks like... no. Unlucky. Unlucky. Okay, so the next loot we get is Sapphiron or Kel'Thuzad. Basically all the way at the end. Lame. Will Toxin Injector drop? Answer is no. L. All right, there we go. All right, raid leader says they just got the 40th splinter of Atiesh, so all the future splinters are going to be just rolled out to whoever wants them in the group. Pretty cool. Extinction says you're healing this raid. Which heal? Oh, your mage healer. Extinction. Very cool. Okay. Prediction. Oh, I paid it out already. Never mind. We're good. Are you ready? Ready? Yes, yes, yes. Gluth time. The Gluth trick is to limited invulnerability potion before Gluth fears you. And you can be immune to the fear. If you preemptively use the limited invulnerability potion. I think we're in combat with all of those things. Give him haste buff? Oh, is that from the, like, tier 3 set? Where is he? Can I inspect? Something, attack and casting speed for 10%. Your regeneration ability grants your target 60% increased movement speed while you are channeling, and each time it heals your target, they have a chance to gain 10% increased attack and casting speed for 15 seconds. Okay. Okay, seems good. Fear cooldown soon. Lip activated. There's the fear. We're immune to it. Venomous totem activated. Probably gonna get feared this time though. Feared, 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 feared. Can I shadow step back? Yes, I can. Oh shit! I have threat. Why did I have threat? Oh! I don't think I think the tank was feared and I wasn't. So the boss was on me for a moment, because the boss would ignore the tank while they are feared. Yeah, I'm nowhere close to the tank in threat. Alright, 19.2 thousand DPS. Easy clap. Gluth's missing collar. Block value of your shield. Defense 5. Totem of Unholy Might. Desecrated Pauldrons. Desecrated Bracers. We do want to see if we can get an off-spec roll on a Desecrated Binding. I don't have the tank Bracer on this character. That would be nice to get. I'm just assuming I'm going over here. If they tell us to do something else, I'll do something else. Melee right, ranged left. Works for me. Okay. What are they going to say about polarity charges on Thaddius? I'll throw a fit if it's not negative left, positive right. Every group does negative left, positive right. Alright, prediction. Quick one. Our prediction. How many deaths on Thaddius? 0, 1 to 2, 3 or more. There we go. Prediction is up. Get your points in quickly. Negative left, positive right. Okay, makes sense. Alright, gotta close the prediction when the fight starts. How we looking? Well, we got a couple predictors on the 1 to 2 deaths. No one believing that we'll have 0. There's no one believing that we'll have 0 deaths. Come on, guys. It is hard mode 2. Surely there'll be... There's a chance that there's 0 deaths.
1.
Right, you guys? Right? Yep, okay, so I'm gonna throttle. The guy's at like 30%. Oh, she's standing up again? They're jumping? Oh. Nope, okay. Okay, I thought that was about to be a complete disaster. Oh, that guy's dead. How are that many people dead on this part? Alright, well, whatever. Thaddius time. Waiting on the cooldowns until we actually have the damage buff. Here's polarity shift. Negative, go left. Unfortunately, we are in front of the boss. We now have the damage buff. Good. Vanish for extra Master of Subtlety activation. Gonna wait for the next polarity shift to do the Venomous Totem, so I can get full duration of it with the damage buff active. Here's my damage buff, there's my Venomous Totem. Okay. Little Thistle Tea activation. Being in front of the boss all the time, super lame. Lost the coin flip twice. Positive? Did we finally win a coin flip? Yeah, we won a coin flip. We're actually behind the boss now. Let's go. Ugh, low energy. Gross. That'll never happen once I get King's Fall and Queen's Fall. 20 energy per finishing move. Huge. Alright, staying on positive side. Alright, what is it? Circlet, Circlet, Castigator, Eye of Diminution.
Proceed, and I will banish your soul.
Stupid other thing. What do we do so far? We did Plague and Abomination and Military. So it's just Spiderwing, then Sapphiron and Kel'Thuzad. That's Pog. Okay, how many deaths were there? Deaths, 4. There managed to be 4 deaths on Thaddius. That's a 3 or more on that prediction. Stalag, Mealead, Shadowgoon. Stalag, Mealead, Razzing. Shock from the Tesla Coil killed GL Horde. And Aiden was also killed by a Tesla Coil shock. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen players die before Thaddius activates before. That was, and like, it wasn't just 1, it was 4. Alright, this is a big boss. We get to do big Blade Flurry. Free action potion. Can I get 2 outside, please? Is he trying to go to Arthing to Gadgetzan real quick? Okay, we're not pulling this boss for another, like, 10 minutes, I think. This is the guy that's getting Atiesh Splinters, or got 40 Atiesh Splinters. Never mind, ally. Fug. 1, 2, 3, need repair. Is this guy already gone? He's already gone. He's in Everlook already. Didn't ask if anyone had a repair bot, just Hearthstone. Does this guy repair? No, of course he doesn't. That would just be way too convenient. After Spiderwing. Aiden already Hearthstone out, so we need to summon him anyways. Or we can go without Aiden. True. That's an option. Just don't roll loot. If you are not in the instance when the boss dies, you can't get the loot. Simon, you've got the Clockwork Orange drip. It's called a bowler, okay? It's not exclusively related to droogs doing ultraviolence, okay? It's also just like a regular hat people wear sometimes. Alright, Raid Leader says we're doing Spider. We're not worrying about this. Let's see. We're gonna need a fresh consecrated stone for this boss only, and then switch back to elemental stone. Let's see. Songflower and Rend buffs have expired. The Hamburglar hat, because he's about to get this loot. I hope so, Necrosis, but we gotta wait until Sapphiron and Kel'Thuzad before there's any dope loot for me. All this spider wing shit. I mean, I guess I could get an off-spec bracer. I could get an off-spec bracer. Already have both the gloves. Yeah, okay, that's what we could get. True in the 1800s. Bro, dude, this hat isn't that old. Let me Google, when were bowler hats popular? When were bowler hats popular? Bowler hats, also known as derbies, gained significant popularity during the Victorian era, roughly 1837 to 19... Fuck. Chat was right. It is 1800s. God damn it. It's the actual 1800s hat.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just a little taste.
Adding huge damage with this Blade Flurry. Vanishing the threat away. Venomous Totem active. Probably delayed that a little more than it needed to be. Immobilized. I can't stutter step around spastically anymore. That's really unfortunate. What do we got? Remnants of Valor, Desecrated, 1 Desecrated Binding. Reserved by nobody. Alright, we can off-spec roll that. We can off-spec roll that thing. Splinters are starting to be rolled out. This guy, Dark Dick, says, let me have them, please. Bro, other people need their ATS too. Okay. There we go. Alright. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Moving on to Faerlina, Maexxna, Sapphiron, Kel'Thuzad. 4 bosses left. This has been a pretty quick run. Pretty chill run. I like it. You know, we got what we signed up for. Hard mode, level 2, pug. Easy in, easy out. You know? Been kind of owning on the damage meter on the bosses too. I wonder if anyone's logging this raid. Are we gonna have logs posted? I want to see how much I'm owning, basically. You want log link? Oh yeah, if you've got a live log link, yeah, absolutely. Post it up. Post it in chat.
Lives. Your mortal desires mean nothing. You are acolytes of the master.
Yeah, I don't care what the parse number is. I care how much more damage I'm doing than the other people in my group.
The greatest glory
The parse
is
number is
die
probably
in
going to
the
be
master's
ugly.
service.
But, you know, parses are stupid. So, who cares? All encounters, let's see, all kills. Damage done. Alright, we're not super far ahead. We're ahead by 1.3 million, roughly. Above Oldenbold. Restopia, Gustavik, and Evilaz doing some decent damage. And is Shadowgoon a... What is... Yeah, okay. Thought for a minute Shadowgoon was a tank. He's not a tank. Your Excel or the new classic Rogue Sim? They're both good. I have all the Bislis for classic era put out in the simulator thing because I think more people just like using that. Do. Alright, target boss. Generate combo points from Honor Among Thieves, Helm Rune. Did we we still don't have Songflower. Square circle. Damn it. Oh, they're telling us to kill the ads. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, we can do that. I'll slice up on these combo points and then switch target to skull, and then we kill it, and then it's good. Oh, did they roll the bindings? Did I miss a roll on the bindings?
4, 3,
Oh, well.
2, 1.
Run while you still can.
Bro, that thing got deleted. Whoopsies. Fumbled my buttons there. I was trying to do a Vanish and Cold Blood in Venom, and then I just kind of fumbled pressing the button, so I lost a global or two. Venomous Totem activated. This'll tee up. Easy boss. How many bindings? 1 binding, Widow's Remorse, Remnants of Valor. Alright, so we got 2 binding drops total. I don't remember if they rolled out the previous binding already. May have just missed it. Such is life. Desecrated bindings. Off-spec roll. Damn, 3 main spec rolls. 4 main spec rolls. 0 chance. Alright, if there were that many main spec rolls, even if we missed the previous one, we weren't going to get it anyways. On this guy. What you got reserved this run, Simon? We're going for Toxin Injector from Grobbulus, but didn't drop. Unlucky. The upcoming reserves are Might of the Scourge, Shoulder Enchant from Sapphiron, and Gressil, Dawn of Ruin Sword from Kel'Thuzad. So we could use it as like a tanking item. Big pog damage. In hindsight, I think I should have picked Shroud of Dominion off instead of Gressil, because that's like a actual main spec item I could use. But we'll see what happens. Too late to change it now. Obstacles, hello. How's it going? Oh, there's some things back there, I guess. Popsicles, thank you for the Prime. Thank you very much for 4 months of support. I hope you've had a wonderful day. Hope you're enjoying the stream. You know what I thought about with the new Duskwraith set? The 2-piece bonus provides up to 60% increased damage on Sinister Strike. That's going to be really good for soloing stuff. Holy hell, 60% more Sinister Strike damage is 60% more healing, too. It's gonna be crazy. Like, I'm gonna slot 2-piece Dusk Wraith into all my, like, soloing gear sets. It's gonna be so good. Like, I think with Dusk Wraith, you could probably solo Patchwerk. Without having to bug out his enrage. Like, that's huge, 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 huge damage increase. Ghoulskin Tunics being rolled out. Band of Reanimation. We don't need any of those things. They are not important. Desecrated shoulder pads. I believe I have... Yeah, I have the tank and DPS version of that already. We skipping that? We're skipping that. I think we're skipping that. Are we successfully going to skip it, though? Or is someone going to ass pull it? Keep our eye out. See what happens. Alright, we're good. We're good. I don't think there's any totems in the way. There's a totem all the way over there, but I don't think that's an issue. Demolish says, love the hat collection, TBH. Well, thank you. You know, a bunch of different hats. People tend to like it. Good luck on the drops. Hard mode 2 is a good vibe. It has definitely been a good vibe. Very chill, low stress, come in, blast, have a good time, you know? I'm having a good time. Armored crab with a hat change. There we go. Ready, ready, ready.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, the one... Oh, so I was technically raid leader for one OnlyFangs raid. Rainy Days says, I wish you could have led an OnlyFangs raid. Technically, I was raid leader. I drafted one of the raids. But I drafted a raid on Thursday that was scheduled to go on Friday. You know, like 22 hours after the raid started. And that draft, we didn't know who could attend which days, so we were kind of drafting players blindly. Oh, shit, I gotta go to max melee range. Hang on. I can continue the story soon. We gotta hit this vanish. There we go. I get to still do DPS. No one else does, because they all got stunned. Vanished the web spray. Let's go. Okay, right. Yeah, so I drafted a raid on a Thursday. Didn't know who could attend. No one knew who could attend while drafting, which days. And then the raid was supposed to go on Friday, and literally the whole time, from after the draft to the start of the raid the next day, I was dealing with, like, people messaging me saying I can't go, people messaging me saying I don't want to go, trying to negotiate, you know, player swaps with the other raid leaders, like, oh, my tank can't go on my day, can I trade with your tank? And, like, it was a disaster, because half the raid, you know, some of the other raid leaders were asleep, because, like, they just went to bed after the draft or whatever, because they're in Europe or whatever. It was a complete nightmare. I literally didn't have my roster figured out until 2 minutes before we started Onyxia. We had, like, our last shaman showing up. Literally didn't know if he was going to make it or not until 2 minutes before Onyxia. It was a disaster. I didn't have the time or the energy to, like, then instruct people in the raid, to put any amount of preparation into who should be assigned to what or anything like that. It was, I feel like it was a squandered opportunity. I was kind of sad with how that went, because I would have liked to actually raid lead, but the circumstances made it very hard for me to do that, and I passed the, like, in-raid leadership duties to Sardako, and I passed the loot mastering to Take Note TV. So it was good delegation, but, you know, it would have been cooler to actually be the person, like, instructing the raid, but I just didn't have the time to, like, have any kind of preparation for that. Okay, they're doing a poll. Let me do a quick prediction. Will, Might of the Scourge drop? Yes or no? Okay, prediction is up. Plenty of time to get your points in before Sapphiron dies. Where's the tank going? Tanks are over there, so we're going over here. We're entering stealth. Everything's fine. Totally fine. What is going on? Which way is this boss going to be facing? Okay, it's over here. Blood Fury up. Trinket and Blade Flurry up. Try to Venomous Totem right when it comes off cooldown, so we can get it activated before the air phase starts and potentially get a second usage out of it. There's Venomous Totem again. No, my energy. I need energy. Air phase is starting. How many seconds on Venomous Totem? 3? Okay, so we got almost full value. Alright, we're looking for the ice blocks, and we're ready with Sprint to get behind one. But in the meantime, we continue envenoming and continue mutilating the boss. No auto-attacking during this phase, though.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good. Look at where the tanks are. Position appropriately. Alright, there's not going to be a second air phase, I don't think. Alright, 60,000 points on Believe, 48,000 points on Doubt for this Might of the Scourge. Let's see. Thistle Tea. Envenom. Pranking. A lot of damage here. Alright, prediction closed. What do we got? Power of the Scourge? But double fortitude and power? Are you for real?
Operations continue as planned, Master.
Big yikes. Big yikes.
It's good that you serve me so faithfully.
Alright, we get an off-spec roll. Claw of the Frostworm. I've already got Claw on this character. Don't even need it. Fortitude, off-spec roll. There's 2 different main spec rolls for it. Never mind.
I foresee no complications at this. Wait, what is this?
L. Shit loot. For Might of the Scourge drop? No. How about prediction? Start prediction. Will Simon win Gressil? So it has to both drop and I win the roll. If it drops, it's a 50-50, me against this warrior is the other reserve on it. Big Tauren warrior. Durotar Metro Police. Huge Temple of Ankh-Rah's shoulders right there. Are goblins playable in Season of Discovery? No, not technically as like a character race, but look at this guy. Gustavik has a goblin costume on. There's a toy item you can get that like transforms people into goblins. Like you can use it on yourself or other people. So like if you just want to be a goblin, that's cool. But there's not like special goblin racials or, you know, selectable at the character select screen. Okay. So the raid leader has to get out of the instance and go turn in their Splinters of Atiesh at Anachronos, the Bronze Dragon in Tanaris, right over here, and then get all the way back to the raid so they can then get the next stage of the quest and loot the staff head from Kel'Thuzad. So we're gonna have a break for a hot minute before they get back here. Sounds like a good reason to log out. I don't need to log out. I can just chill. Rogadal says, what does ILY mean? Well, it's part of the word literally. When like you're literally getting some loot this time, or you're literally topping the damage meter, and Gressel is literally gonna drop this time. Is Rogue or Warrior looking strong for Phase 8 for tank / DPS? I don't know. I don't really pay too much attention to, like, estimated theoretical DPS number comparisons, because it's all kind of, like, fake news. Not really representative very well of what happens in the game. So we'll see, you know, when it comes out. We'll see who's cranking, who's not. The other thing is, a lot of people, like, so a lot of the damage estimates for the next phase are based on having, like, full phase best in slot gear. Yeah, I think also a lot of people believe that this will be the last phase of major content for Season of Discovery. Who's actually gonna be in fucking full best in slot gear before they quit? Like, I think a lot of people will, you know, do the raid a couple times and then move on. And like all these DPS estimates based on full best in slot gear, you know, they're literally never, you know, not only are maybe the simulations unrealistic, but like, you're not gonna have a raid of people in full best in slot gear. If you had to play a healer, what would you play? Well, you got Shaman, you got Mage, you got Priest, you got Druid as the options. I don't know. I don't think I've ever played a healer. This is hard mode or regular? It's hard mode level 2. So, generally, pretty easy. The Shroud of Dominion didn't drop either, so... That was one thing we were considering reserving that we maybe should have, so... Hindsight, we made the right call. Big pog damage. Mike5140, gifting a tier 1 sub. First gift sub in the channel for Mike5140. Thank you very much, Mike. That's very generous. I appreciate your support so much. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Shadowgoon left the raid group. So he's probably buying a summon back to, I don't know, Light's Hope, then flying over, you know, running over. Can I have my reserved item, please? This guy has no idea what's going on. The raid leader who's holding all the loot isn't even in the raid currently. They have no awareness of what's happening. Oh, this guy's hanging out with the crates. This slime doesn't lower your stats like the Patchwerk slime does. Let's review the raid log, the Warcraft logs of this raid for all boss kills. How are we holding up? Still owning. Still owning. DPS while active, 16,000. Yeah, he's got more active time than me, 4% more. I think we lost on Thaddius, and I think we won on every other boss that I can remember. Let me see. Razuvious. I tanked on Razuvious, so I've got basically no damage Razuvious. Yeah, I'm right here for Razuvious tanking. But that counts into my, like, total boss damage for all of these. Ooh, didn't do top on Gothik either. 4 Horsemen, owning. Not the Plaguebringer, owning. Heigan the Unclean, owning. Okay, if we... wait, hang on. Let's just go through them individually. Loatheb, owning. Patchwerk, also owning. Pretty good. Grobbulus. Did not win on Grobbulus. My endeavors to pad the meter hitting the slimes. Apparently, Warcraft logs does not like that and does not count that as relevant damage. Gluth. Wow, we actually giga owned on Gluth. That's crazy. That's a fucking gap right there. Yeah, Thaddius, we did not win. 27,000 DPS, 90. How does he have 99% active time? Is this counting? Oh, it's counting damage to Stalag and Fugan also. Okay, yeah, so I recognized that my side's boss was going down way faster, and I just stopped attacking. 4.44 million. He still did more Thaddius damage than me, though, so whatever. Anub'rekhan. This is one where we padded a shitload of damage in the in-game damage meter. Let's see. View unfiltered damage. Owned. There we go. Unfiltered. That's what we like for the bosses where I'm padding a bunch of damage on ads that Warcraft logs says are not relevant. Big Maexxna damage. Love it. And Sapphiron. Pretty good, too. What add-on do you use for next ability? You can see all the add-ons and weak auras in the Discord. They're all listed there. And what each of them does for me. What's your rotation for backstab? I'm always parsing really low. If you need help with rotations, you can go into the Discord in the read here first section at the very top of the Discord. And there's a lot of common questions like what rotation should you use or what talents should you use. Here's Simonized Show Discord. Very top section says read here first, start. Gives you the invite to the server, tells you how to display all the information channels, and then gives you quick links to talents, bis gear, add-ons and weak auras, macros, rotations, are all there for you on the Simonized Show Discord. Everything rogue. Alright, the raid leader is back in. We're apparently going. Will Simon win Gressel? There's currently 43,000 points believing that yes, I will win it, and 37,000 points saying no, I will not. If it drops, I have to roll. So it has to both drop, and then I have to win the 50-50 roll against the other guy who's on Gressel, okay? So this is a unlikely thing to happen. It's a long shot. This is the guy we're rolling against. He knows it. I know it. Desecrated Circlet. Do I need this on this character? Simonized has both helmets. Tanking and DPS helmets. Don't need it. Ready checking. This person might still be AFK. Oh, nope, they're back. Okay, cool. Is this person still AFK? They're still flagged as AFK. Help me summon the AFK guy. He's just gonna die as soon as trash mobs spawn here. Okay, obviously loot drama. So Sapphiron's right eye dropped. James the Great, Shaman, rolls against List, the Priest. Priest says, that's Priest Biss. Shaman, use Shield. James the Great says, it's a huge upgrade for me. And he goes, dude, imagine rolling anything other than your Biss. And this guy just says Priest Biss is Atiyesh, which would contradict that the held in offhand item would be Priest Biss. Yeah, I don't think you can fault someone for I don't think you can fault someone for rolling on something that's an upgrade. Like, this ain't a fucking loot council, it's a pug. You can't get mad at someone for rolling on an upgrade against you. What game is this song from originally? Super Mario. We're right in the thick of a Super Mario mix. 34 minutes, 55 seconds into Super Mario. Yeah, I think the shaman, I think they established that the shaman would, wait and see if they get Shield of Condemnation instead. Alright, so that hunter is dead for sure. That warlock is Yeah, he's gonna fucking die too. Oh, wait, no. Maybe not. Hunter is dead, though. Hunter's confirmed dead. I mean, James the Great said the item was a huge upgrade. Let's see what he's currently using. Yes. Yes, so that Sapphiron's right eye is absolutely a massive upgrade over what he is currently using. There's no question about that. Okay, so it's almost 40 spell power. It's what, 36 more healing? You trade 3 MP5 for 1 crit. And you do -3 intellect, but 37 more. Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, definitely a good thing. Damn, Claw of the Frostworm, man. I need Claw of the Frostworm on my Saber Slash rug, but this character's already got it. I've already got it on 2 out of 3. Haven't seen Claw of the Frostworm drop on my Saber Slasher for a couple weeks in a row. Can't remember last time I saw one of them drop for that character. Desecrated Pauldron's going out. Face of Death. Currently 44,000 points believing I walk out of here with a Gressel. 50,000 points saying nah. Prediction is still open. Kiss of the Spider. Reserved by 2 different people. Necronomicon. No, it's Tisbo. Tisbo is our Gressel contender. He's got Kiss of the Spider now. Very cool. Ooh. He could potentially get a combat drop between the phases here and equip the Kiss of the Spider and use it to help kill the boss. That could happen. If you're fast with killing the trash mobs, you get a combat drop before Kel'Thuzad becomes active. Whoa. What the fuck? That Soul Weaver was right there. What happened to it? Like, I didn't see. I think that happens if it gets in melee range of its current target. So, I don't know. Did this shaman, like, run up and mess something up? I don't know. He was running up to the other one, so I thought maybe he ran up to that one. I didn't really see what happened. Who knows? Who cares? Moving on. Oh, shit. All my 1 hour buffs fell off. Let's get those going again. They're important. And I'll put Frost Protection Potion on. Also, delete this Spider Mandible, so I actually have some inventory room to loot the Gressel off of the boss. Alright, we're gonna come over here. Be in position for Kel'Thuzad starting. Kick that. Shadow Fisher, not dying to that. Melee are... What is going on? There's gonna be a Frost Blast and we're all gonna die. I'm Frost Potioning right now. Ooh, Shadow Fisher. A couple melees are dead. Vanish up. Ice, big ice block. Are we dead? Are we dead? Are we dead? Vanish. Okay, I timed my kick poorly. Damn it, apparently. Where are we going? Where are we going? I don't think the melee are really coordinated at all here in their positioning. They're all just kind of all over the map. Activate Venomous Totem, kick that. Can I be, like, we gotta do, like, back left, back right. Can't kick that one. Bro, what? I don't get it. Why the boss keeps moving. What's the deal? Alright, a Frost Blast just went out. We don't have to worry about it for a while now. There's just no coordination of the melee right now. They need to separate into, like, back left and back right stacks and not be, like, in the middle. Alright, frozen. Am I living this? Wow, I did. Okay. Take that. Yeah, Tisbo, you got to go either left or right, and not in the middle. Like, stack up with some people. Oh shit! Shadow Fisher, back it up, back it up, back it up.
Very well. Warriors of the frozen wastes, rise up. I command you, fight, kill, and die for us.
Okay, we might still have this. Never mind. Too close. Are we dead this time? Nope, we're not. Somehow. Frost Protection Potion. Oh, we're mind controlled? Okay. Let's see, are we killing anyone? We're flame shocked. We're taunted. We're polymorphed. What's going on? 5 more seconds of mind control. Did I score any killing blows? Alright. Let's be on the left side for now. Not have a kick for that one. Yeah, I don't think we can solve the melee problem. Like, I can't explain it to everyone in the group mid-fight and expect them to do it. I'm just gonna have to eat whatever Frost Blasts come through and try to kill the boss. Alright, after this mind control ends, I'll be able to send the Blade Flurry safely. Oh gosh, one of the tanks just died. I think the tank for the Guardians just died. Oh, now I'm dead. Yeah, okay, that's a wipe on Kel'Thuzad. That's not gonna be finished off there. MC on 2 healers, brutal. Yeah, that can happen, I guess. I wonder how many Shadow Fisher deaths there were. This guy just died at the start because he was AFK. Wall of Soul. So that guy died to the Soul Weaver. Void Blast, that's a Shadow Fisher. Void Blast, that's a Shadow Fisher. Frost Blast, that's the Ice Block. Frost Blast, Ice Block ability. Frost Bolt. That's one of the, yeah, that's the, like, the castable, interruptible one. So that must have been, like, during a mind control when he was not on a tank, because there's no reason he'd be frost bolting. Priest otherwise. Void Blast, Shadow Fisher. Frost Bolt. Frost Bolt. Frost Bolt. These are all, like, 7 minutes into the fight. Yeah, I think there was excessive movement of the boss. Like, the boss sometimes has to move due to a Shadow Fissure or due to a mind control, but it really felt like the tank was moving more than they needed to. Was my impression. Which makes it harder for the melees to stack properly. Yeah, of course everyone in Raid Chat is mad. We have to sit through phase 1 of Kel'Thuzad again. Gonna change your hat, or... Did I miss a hat change request, or what? Not kicking... Dude, I kicked a lot. I kicked a lot of them. Bigly... Oh, sorry. We had a subscription from Big Billy Games. The hat changes are per channel points. You don't get to Prime and then say change your hat. Although I appreciate your Prime subscription. Thank you for your support. That's wonderful. Hope you're having a great day. I was very locked in on that Kel'Thuzad kill. Let me see. Let me scroll up. Make sure I didn't... did I miss anything? Zanjin with a change hat request. Okay, we're running out of hats at this point. Gone through a lot of them. Alright, there's some drama. Let's catch up on the drama. Nothing but tank and healer MCs that round. Brutal, bad luck. Need to fix melee groups. Also, boss was constantly moving. Yeah, the boss tends to move when we're positioning after mind control. Constantly, they say. You should try positioning it sometimes. The Shadow Fissures will also cause movement. It's pretty simple. Get aggro and don't move. Just pick one of his coattails and move with him. LMAO. It's pretty simple. Move with the boss. It is not. I can understand you being tone deaf, though. Melee move with boss. I don't know, man. That positioning was booty butt. Actually doing laps around the boss. Yeah, it didn't seem good. I don't think the melee were assigned to be either back left or back right. DPS was killing some mind controls. I don't think so. We looked at all the killing blows. It was mostly Void Zone and Frostbolt. People, let's see, says, sure, I'll be a stationary piece of shit like you want me to be. Why not just pick one place and move with that place? Must be really difficult to position this guy. Gaturo thinks it's rocket science. Can we swap Feral and Mage in groups? Easier to heal. People not dying to simple bullshit would be more impactful in the fight than a pussy-ass Feral bitch whining about the boss moving. Okay. We're cranking it up to 100 here. We're full tilt. But that's just my 2 cents. LMAO. Damn chill. It's been a good raid. Watch that red circle 5 reel. Was offering advice to help us down the boss. Didn't think someone would take it so personally. Fucked up by MCs. Okay, I feel like if you do that fight and you watch that fight and you say, damn, we just got unlucky mind controls, you don't know what's going on in this game. You do not know what's going on in this game if all you say is, damn, we got unlucky with mind controls. We're also going to do this one apparently without world buffs. I feel like that's not good. Like that's not the way we want to do this. World buffs won't hurt. Easy clear this time. We have 2 healers on same group. Change me to other group. Kick moment, IMO, 2 pulls in, he's still AFK. Oh, that's Seneclone, the hunter. Maybe your advice to help down the boss should have been for DPS, especially range to spread properly so half the raid isn't frozen at the same time. Sorry. This guy keeps deflecting. Like, I feel like a lot of people made mistakes, and he's just unwilling to be like, yeah, I moved the boss excessively. But yeah, the boss moving, messing up some shreds, made every range stacked. Bro, he's on full tilt. Get a grip, dumbass. Okay. Done with this right now. He did not take the advice about boss positioning well. It was like, there were definitely a lot of things wrong. The melee weren't stacked properly. I don't know if the range were stacked properly. The melee, like, didn't even have assignments to go left or right. Tank ego at an all-time high. Usually is. I don't know if we're gonna kill it this time. I mean, we didn't kill it last time, and we didn't have... And we... Excuse me. We had world buffs last time. And we don't have world buffs now. Probably gonna need this. Like, I think we're effed. I think we're not gonna kill it without world buffs. Like, based on how the last one went. Warlock has bracers main spec. Oh, this is a classic, bro. This is classic. Someone rolling on loot that main spec. Yeah, they already have. Yeah, okay, yep, that makes sense. Was awarded to Hayaya, gave to Hayaya, rolled main spec on that item. Should have rolled off spec. Yep, classic pug rat behavior. All right, here we go. Nope, this is not the correct positioning. The boss is facing that way. We need to be away from the tank and away from the other melee group. Now we're a little bit better. Oh, shit. Blade Flurry is up. Okay. I thought I pressed it early enough that the mind control wouldn't be going off. I've canceled it now and we can keep pumping. This guy's in the middle. Yeah, we tried with the melee. We tried to give some instruction, but it's just like people going in the middle. They're going in the middle, splitting between the two groups. It's very bad. That's not how it's supposed to be positioned. Be back right or back left, not middle. There we go. That's looking better. All right, that's actually good. That only did this melee group. And it didn't chain into the tank, and it didn't chain into the other melee group. That's good. That's how it's supposed to be. These guys are still, like, too far to the right. They're, like, too close to the tank. But whatever. Shadow Fisher coming out. Okay, we just back it up. Let the Shadow Fisher pop. And we go right back to where we're supposed to be. Oops, too slow on that kick.
Master, I require aid. Very well. Warriors of the frozen wastes, rise up. There will be no history.
Jesus, fuck. Mind control. And an ice blast. Alright, we got some dead people. No Blade Flurry going out right now. Don't want to Blade Flurry my friends. Go normal. No. We'll get it this time. Kick was on cooldown for that one. And maybe we won't get it this time. We might be dead. Never mind. Okay. Still believing. Still believing. Still believing. Kick on cooldown. Bro, why is it every time I press kick, someone else kicks like a millisecond before me? Fuck, man. Again. I give up. We're not kicking anymore. We're just getting Gressel. That's all we're gonna do. Get Gressel, go home, make a frozen pizza for dinner. It'll be great. Shield of Condemnation, double Shield of Condemnation. I hate World of Warcraft. I'm quitting.